Right on the button, Twindy.
Monday couldn't see it, nor reach it. And Fred Lynn is at the plate. That is a tough sun this time of the day.
This is the Sun field in right field here in San Diego, and you'll get a little bit in center field, but I'm sure that's why Tommy Lasorda changed outfield.
Lynn swings through it. Base runner going through, and Richie Zisk is thrown out by Ted Simmons after the top half of the first inning. 2-0 American League. Garvey is on. So the National League now getting some activity against Palmer. Luzinski singles. Garvey walks. It will bring to the plate Ted Simmons of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Well, the one thing about Palmer, he has been throwing well. He showed good velocity, but at the very offset, he got Morgan on a high fastball. He got to strike out. He got Foster on a high breaking pitch. He tried to hold up. He has been up, and now he got the high curveball to Luzinski, who I just said fought it off of him, and he walks Garvey on high fastball. So he is up.
He had 2 quick strikes on Luzinski, throwing the fastball, and he switched, changed his speed and threw the curve, and it cost him.
Ted Simmons, his 5th All-Star appearance. The catcher, tough man at the plate. Infield is up. The pitch is high. Johnny Bench was voted by the fans as the starting catcher. He has had back trouble for better than a month. I have a telegram from Johnny Bench that says, "Give my thanks to all my fans who voted for me. I deeply regret not being able to perform as their selection to the National League All-Star standards. As a result, I hope the short rest will be a stepping stone for a healthy and productive second half of the season." That pitch is fouled away. And thus become worthy of their recognition. Sign, your friend, Johnny Bench.
He's got a lot of class. And so does this fellow at the plate, Ted Simmons. I think maybe the most underpublicized exceptional hitter in baseball. And he stood up before us yesterday and he said, "I appreciate what Johnny Bench is and what he's meant to the game, but I believe I deserve to be here this year." And on the record, he's right.
You saw that little note at the bottom. He's the first St. Louis Cardinal catcher to start an All-Star game since Walker Cooper.
Walker Cooper.
Matt Keogh in the American League bullpen. Shot. Oh, hit pretty near field. Nestor Shilak, the first base umpire. Nestor almost pulled a hamstring getting out of the way. Foul ball.
Love to watch Ted Simmons hit. There's Keogh, Matt Keogh, son of Marty Keogh, major leaguer back in the 50s, late 50s. Marty's here, so proud of his boy.
You know he's got to be here, and he should be proud. There's a young man who had just started pitching a year and a half ago. He was an infielder.
1-2 pitch. Simmons takes it just outside. 2-2.
Just to show you how old Don Drysdale is, there's another father and son combination here. Ray Boone, the old Detroit Tiger, his son Bob Boone, Philadelphia catcher, a member of the National League All-Stars.
2 on, nobody out. National League's first threat of the game. Luzinski off second, Garvey off first. 2-2 pitch to Simmons, fouled away. Sun going down. Shadow problem still is obvious, and so is the sun problem as Billy Martin looks on. Keogh warming up in the American bullpen. Steve Rogers in the National bullpen. The highest price ticket west of the Rockies on this night is a ticket to this event. Got in. Palmer was up, but Simmons went for that hard one and didn't get it. 1 out. California. He's 6'2", 175 pounds. He's 6'4". His dad, Marty Keogh, former Red Sox outfielder. Right now, Bob Uecker is with Jim Palmer.
Well, Jimmy had a easy first 2 innings, and all of a sudden things left you. Got kind of high.
Well, you're right. I was throwing the ball hard, but I just had trouble getting the ball down. And my mistake, of course, is Boa got a kind of a ball off the fist. And, you know, you have Morgan coming up with 2 outs, and you want to throw him a strike, but you don't want to give him something good to hit. And I just got behind him, and then you got George Foster coming up. And obviously, you want to pitch very carefully to him, and then that's followed by Lazinski, which doesn't make it any easier. And then I made a real bad pitch to Steve Garvey. It was just a slider. It was kind of like the slider he hit for the home run last year in the All-Star game, and it's the only really mistake I made tonight, other than walking all those guys.
Well, 3-3 ball game back upstairs.
The batter is Ted Simmons to face the young Oakland right-hander. One other note on Garvey: he's now hit safely in 5 straight All-Star games as Keogh is outside. The National League record of 6 consecutive games. Musial, Mays, and Bench. The American League record 7 by Mantle. There's a strike. It's 1-1.
And there's the little Scroogey that this young man has. And I said before, Keith, that this kid right here, Matt Keogh, has pitched only about 1.5 years. Well, maybe 2 years, including half of this year. And I'll tell you, he pitches out there like he's been around 15 years. You see him turn that ball over and sink away from the left-hand hit.
Low, that was the key.
Watch it again. Look at him turn it over. Just comes out, stays on top. Great pitch, great location.
Flanagan is now in the bullpen for the American League, a left-hander. Up and coming back and into the crowd. Carlton Fisk can't get to it. Count is 1-2. National League with 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning to tie, chasing Jim Palmer. Still 2 out. Luzinski is at second base. Garvey is at first base. There's Greg and there's Steve. Just outside. Those people you see in the background there are in a camera well back of home plate, a considerable distance away from home plate. It is not disconcerting to the pitcher because they are so far away. It's a foreshortening of the lens that makes them look a little closer to you. Roller might be a big pot of trouble. It is. Base hit, Simmons. Bases are loaded again.
Check swing hit, great for the National League.
Well, they had no chance whatsoever as you look at Luzinski at third and Garvey at second base. At first base, along with Philadelphia manager Danny Ozark, Ted Simmons. Action in the American League bullpen. Left-hander Mike Flanagan of the Baltimore Orioles starts to throw. Texas Rangers moves in behind home plate to take over for Carlton Fisk. Boy, there's one of the fine young catchers in all of baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, what you see Sundberg having hanging down from that mask is what the Dodgers' Steve Yeager will use. There's Bob Uecker. But that hanging down just protects against the foul tips in the Adams apple. And boy, they can sting. Jams him. Starting back is Evans. He lost the ball, but makes a catch anyway. Well, we said it was hard to see. And that big swing of the bat, he got it up around the trademark a little bit in. Evans started back and had to come on to make a fine catch.